All right, y'all, we're going to talk today about why I order custom trailers. What I absolutely hate about going to pick up a trailer off of a lot, what the problem is, okay? Some of you may need an 82 to 84 inch wide trailer because you have a large UTV. Most of us that have golf carts, even most of those golf cart trailers that are aluminum, they're 102 wide. Why? I mean, if you don't need an 84-inch deck, I think this is a 77, but y'all, that makes my total width on this one like 90 something. And so, the 102 wides, like if you've ever pulled an RV, most RVs are 1 or 2 wide, and you're going to notice they're almost line to line, right? So it's going to be a little more stress pulling that trailer than it is pulling like a 90. And if you're just making short trips, or if you've got a large UTV, a large side by side, and you need that 82 to 84 inch deck, you're going to have that 102 wide. But if you don't need it, this is the ticket right here. So I think this one's a 77 wide, and I think it's like a 90 something total width. And so you can see the body line of my truck, which I have an RHO. The Raptors and RHOs are wider than most half tons, but it still follows my truck, right? I'm not sticking out so far on each side. So as far as following the body line, and it's less stressful to pull. And for short trips to town and stuff, it's not a big deal. But if you've got your, something loaded on there and you're going, 6, 7 hour drive and you're driving through construction, those 102 wides definitely will add some stress to your pull. So it just depends on what you want. The other thing is, like, this is just a small utility trailer. It's definitely not a big trailer, and this is probably one of the most loaded out little utility trailers you can get. Y'all, it has dovetail on it, and y'all can see I'm running the Kenda Lodestar NTs just because they look good, they ride good, and I did have all these balanced. And y'all, the only place you can get this tire is from E-Trailer, but it has a high speed rating, which is a 235 17 15 235, yeah, 75 R15, sorry. And I don't want my trailer shaking when I'm pulling it, so I get the tires balanced. So this thing, when I'm towing it, I feel no vibrations. I don't even know it's back there, and that's what you're looking for when you build these. I did the brake axle on this one, so it's a 3,500 pound. Most single axles don't come with brakes, but y'all, I want the brakes on mine. So just some of the things you can custom order whenever you decide you want something specific, and it doesn't take that long. I think this is a 4 to 6 week delivery on this trailer. So, whether it's 16, 18, 20 foot, whatever, just consider your width. If you don't need an 82 to 84, it's definitely going to be less stressful for you to pull a 77-inch wide deck than the 84. Now, most dealers will order the 84 because most people that are pulling a trailer, they want the most space they can get. And if that's your case, then go that route. But if you don't, this is definitely an option for you. So anyway, if the video helped you any, please hit that like and subscribe. Appreciate you watching. The last thing I'm going to cover is the speed rating. When you buy new trailers, check the speed rating on your tires. A lot of these tires are rated for 65, 70 miles an hour. Y'all, if it's rated for 75 miles an hour and you're pulling down the highway at 70 to 75 miles an hour and it's 100 degrees outside, you're pretty much at the max rating of that tire, even if you don't have weight on it, right? And that's not even considering the weight rating. I talk about that in my RV videos and all that. Like, it's not always best to go put an 18 ply tire on something, right? If you put that on your camper, it's going to beat your camper to death, right? Your cabinet's going to crack, the front end's going to crack. Everybody thinks that's what you should do. That's really not, right? You want to stay within the right weight rating. Most of the time when people have these blowouts, it's because they missed that letter on there that's a speed rating. You go put some Carlisles on there and they say, oh, they're 18 plies. Great. Got a 65-mile-an-hour speed rating. You go down the highway, 75 miles an hour. Hour later, you have 2 blowouts. So, something to think about. Always check your speed rating. That's why I went with these. Y'all check them out. I think these are like a 90-mile-an-hour rating. So what, me going down the highway, I'm probably 78, 80% of the rating. So Lodestar, Kendas. Anyway, y'all, if the video helped you at all, please hit that like and subscribe. I appreciate y'all watching, and just kind of wanted to talk about why I custom ordered this trailer. Hope it helped, and I will catch you on the next video.